I'm Adam from Solana Foundation. I'll go through briefly like what is Solana, what happened like basically the whole year, and then going forward on to what's in the future. So here's the state of Solana for past like the whole year. We have been spending a lot of time into developing ecosystem. Solana, I think, has the best culture global-wise as a developer, coming together and building, the same dream, making the best app for consumers. So I abstract into 5 points, but to be more easy to understand, in crypto we talk about like left curve, mid curve, and right curve. So Solana was able to capture the left curve, which is all this like meme coin infra. And the right curve, we have all the payments. I would say like institution stuff, like money market fund. And we have the mid curve, which is like DeFi, NFT, all the stuff like that. So I think Solana was lucky enough to capture this like all these meme hype, which is a very huge consensus from the community. But also institution is looking into a lot of adoptions from Solana side. And Solana going to mobile. Everyone has their mobile phone every day. Going mobile is super important. So a lot of projects I will cover later is going mobile right now. And we also have like DeepIn and AI. Probably a lot of people seeing like a lot of AI agents coming up recently. This is also a great trending, in my opinion, for 2025. And this is just briefly covering how Solana scale. Basically, it just goes down to its consensus because it's a parallelizing processing. So the speed of transaction is really fast, 400 milliseconds per transaction, and the cost is really low. You can think about like $10. It will take you to 50,000 transactions compared to Ethereum, which is like $2 per transaction, and it costs you probably like 2 minutes or to 5 minutes, depends on the network congestions. And this is how Solana really got into a lot of people's mind. And also, when you're actually trading on Solana chain, you'll feel anything. This is the most updated graph we have. Is Solana is the most used blockchains based on the average daily transactions. So I put up all these other chains, the major chains that are currently available global-wise. Solana has over the total aggregate of the other chains transactions per day. And Solana also has the highest daily addresses, which means like there are so many, more than like 7 million active users per day compared to all other chains. I think this is very significant. And Solana has the highest DEX trading. So of course, Ethereum has a very high number too, but I think benefiting from DEX trading, perp trading, and also like meme coin tradings. Solana do have the highest numbers of trading volumes on DEX. And going down to the hackathon, this is also part of the culture that Solana ecosystem has been building pretty good. I think the last hackathon, Radar, has just completed. We have over 10,000 participants and over 1,300 submissions. This is like I think the highest number I've ever seen from all other like global-wise communities and ecosystems. So it also means like people, like a lot of developers sitting here trying to participate in the hackathon. This is also one of the best places for you to realize your dream or practice your knowledge and ideas. And this is the how we're thinking about like the fundings, right? So when you're building something on the ecosystem, there has to be a lot of VCs to support as well. There is not only money, but also resources. So in Q3, Solana able to capture 173 million investment for all the ecosystem projects. This is one of the top ecosystem that VC are looking at right now. And all the culture stuff. I think Solana is for everyone, and it's not only for some specific locations. It's literally for every single person that interested in crypto, interested in blockchain, and the Solana ecosystem. So we're able to build up this whole culture. There are super team, there are solar in different regions that gather together, helping people to understand crypto and helping people to get into Solana ecosystems. So every year there are two hackathons and one breakpoint. So this year in Singapore, it's the first time Breakpoint into Asia, and has over 8,000 people participated. And by talking about like users, I think a lot of people think about like going mobile, and these are the I would say the significant companies that really get into crypto, that bring user phone in front of the user itself. For example, Jupiter's, right? Everyone probably using Jupiter's. They already have their mobile phone app, and a Drip is the NFT minting infra. They have the 129 million mints already on Solana, and the Bird Eye. If you trade Bitcoin, you're probably using Bird Eye a lot. And Photo Finish is the gaming on chain for Solana. Basically, you're speeding the horse. So with the software, we also have the hardwares. So Solana just launched their second generation phone called Seeker. And also we have a Jumbo, which is a $99 phone. They launched with AI capabilities. And there is a console for gaming as well. So slowly, I think all the devices in the life will be converting to crypto related. It's your wallet, it's your on-chain transaction monitoring device, it's also your payment device. And also in 2024, we launched this thing called Blinks, blockchain links. It's one of the, I think, the best features for crypto and with the massive adoptions together. Because a lot of times, massive adoptions don't really understand how crypto works. But Blinks actually using one URL bring everything in front of them, in front of their social networks. So think about just clicking to one tweet, and you were able to transact, vote, or buy something with crypto. This is what happened to Blinks. And when we're talking about the right curve, it's all institutions. So people think about institutions are coming, but it's actually here. So we have a PayPal launched their PYUSD on Solana, Visa using Solana network to settle their USDC transactions. Mastercard, Robinhood, Stripe, they're all integrating with Solana. So we also saw a lot of capitals coming from Ethereum to Solana too. And this is also the part, I think the big institutions like global top asset managers, banks, are putting their money market fund assets on chain. And for example, Franklin Templeton, SocGen, and Securitize. Securitize, owned by, invested by BlackRock, is one of the largest tokenization platforms. And also payments, right? I think going down to what is blockchain, I think initially it was built for, part of the reason was for payments. Nobody can really stop it. And now we have all these great companies that are building payments for Solana, on Solana, and for all the communities. Stealing Money is doing all this global payments cross-border over 76 countries. ZAR is mainly facilitating the African transactions. Human Finance is doing pre-funding cross-border payments. And we have Sapphire and Travala. Travala just came to Solana. I think it's if you travel a lot, it's part of the good product to use to booking your trip and hotel. And also, debit card is one of the important piece of the transactions too, because right now nobody really can solve the the on-ramp off-ramp. You need a license, you need a lot of heavy lifting on the banking side. I think debit card is one of the most best way to really put in crypto and real life connections. So we have a FusePay, which is developed by Squaw's team. Squaw's is the multi-sig protocol on Solana, and there is a Solana card was provided by Cast, and also Cloud card was come from Sanctum and a Reap card. So yeah, it's one of the best way I think in crypto to really spend your daily life with crypto as a meme. And DePIN is also a big part of Solana too. In 2024, I think 2023 we got Render, we got a couple different DePIN projects converting to Solana and building on Solana. But this is the trending started. 2024 we saw there are over 76 projects building on Solana. This is actually way more than all other chains, a little bit more than Ethereum. It's definitely benefiting from the low transaction cost and the faster transaction speed. And also there is one thing, Solana has a ZK compressions, I will cover later, that it's easier for you to store data in a cheap way. This is an example I want to share is Helium. So Helium building this mobile network that basically everyone can connect with the network and providing the bandwidth. This is a part of the real utilities in the real life. A lot of companies in the U.S. they actually sell their their offload demand to Helium and XNet. So this is actually taking a huge offload data from the major mobile providers to Helium and XNet. It's a real usage. HiMapper is a very interesting project. So basically, they provide different drivers a camera, and then you just drive the car on the street, and they're uploading all these like street view. They have basically cover more than 27% of the global street views, and which is like 5 times more and faster than Google Street. This is a fascinating thing. It's like if you go open like Google Street, like every street views probably like updating once a quarter. HiMapper able to update it like 3 times faster, 5 times faster. And this is also a very exciting things that we saw. So Jump Crypto developed a fire dancer, and this is going to happen in next year for the mainnet. They just launched a Frank dancers as well. I think this is something that really making Solana more diversified and even secure and resilient and more faster. So yeah, this is like the 100 times performance that Firedance are really providing to Solana. So right now only like Bitcoin, Ethereum, these 2 networks has a second client. So Solana is the third chain that has this the second client. It uses a C language. If you don't want to write like Rust, this is an alternative options for C writers that can coding the program on Solana as well. And there's several updates that from Solana ecosystem, mostly for institutions. So for example, the token extension. This is a new features that natively building on a token. There is no smart contract, but it's the feature that building on Solana as a token. So what it does is, if you say, I want to go through a compliance process, right? I want to do KYT, KYC, this is the token extension you want to use. If you are a stablecoin issuers, you say, I want to go through all the transactions and may be able to revoke or seize the transactions. This is also the feature you want to use too. So basically, token extension, or we call it Token 2022, create a very compliance box for regulators. Regulators love this a lot. We talk to all the regulators globally. I think this is something they haven't really seen on other chains, but on Solana. And this is something also very customized for institutions as well. We call it the permission environment. So if you're an institution and you want to launch a bond or something, Solana permission environment will be able to help you to get a very close environment. You can host your own node. Node data will leak out. You can launch your own token. You can use whatever gas you want to use, or you don't even have to use gas, just to the testing environment. And this will help you to be able to testing out if everything goes well. You can use a bridge to put whatever token or things go to mainnet. So it's a seamless connection as well. This is something I think like a lot of the banks, asset managers love. And ZK compressions. So ZK compressions really lower the storage cost on Solana. So using NFT as example, if you maintain like 10,000 NFTs, using Solana as a $160 price, it costs you $30 on Solana to mint 10,000 NFTs. Whereas if you do that on Ethereum, it costs you over $650,000. The price is drastically different right now. We can just simply double the cost. So the compression has a very, very good usage, not only for NFT, but also for data storage on the Deepin product. And for 2024 and beyond, I think there are a couple of things that I would say super important. One is a fire dancer going to on mainnet on Solana, and more institution launches. So definitely pay attention to Q1 2025. There are more big institutions that's going to go live on Solana with their product. And I think there will be a wider adoptions for Solana actions and blinks. So Solana Pay already being integrated with blinks. So it will be way much easier for people to pay the transactions, buy the stuff, make a vote on blinks. And also we see there might be a more generalized stake compressions, which is be a wider usage for builders and projects. And the stablecoin and payments. This is actually go down to a lot of fundamental needs. And we do see a lot of stablecoin launching recently, right? Like GUSD, like global dollars, and there's like DUSD, Athena on Solana, and then a couple other stablecoins happening too. And I think there will be a more institution adoptions. It's a long education process for institutions. So if you're building something interesting for institution adoptions, that'll be also very good, because I think people used to thinking about I'm building a project for consumers, but also think about if you're building something for institutions, right? That's B2P. B2B is actually way bigger scale. And in the end, I think there will be a race of secondary environment. So we saw SVM, soon Zeus, and a couple others. And also there might be layer 2s. Sonic is building gaming chain on Solana. And also I think AI is one of the largest focus, and it could be a long-term trend as well. Right now we saw a lot of AI agent launchpad, and maybe they're coming to a autonomous AI agent launchpad soon, which is the AI agent will be able to create their own AI agent for different usage as well. So this is a lot of things that coming through to Solana. And in the end, I think all the developers, if you haven't been to Breakpoint, highly recommend. It's one of the best experience I had with different conferences. A lot of details, a lot of information coverage. I've been to a couple of different breakpoints. I think none of them really disappointed me. So in 2025, we have a breakpoint in Abu Dhabi. It's December. So if you're interested, definitely check it out and buy the tickets. And yeah, that's everything I have. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Adam. Really appreciate it. And thank you again to Solana for being the title sponsor for this year. Next up, we're going to have On Tran. You want to do Q&A? Okay. Sorry, guys. Just going to back up a little bit. We have a few minutes for Adam to take some questions. Is there anyone that wants to ask him anything?
Yeah, any questions? If you're interested in building on Solana, okay. Please.
Where should you stake Solana? I'm just curious. I heard about Jito where you get MEV rewards. I staked on Ledger for like a year, but I guess I'm getting ripped off a bit. I'm curious where you would stake it.
Well, if you stake it with Jito, you're probably getting a lot of airdrops too, right?
Oh, Jito, okay.
Yeah,
probably.
So no financial advice, personal opinion only. I stake with I basically dedicate to different validators.
I do not understand, sorry. Could you please repeat?
I delegate to different validators.
Okay.
So I delegate the SOL to different validators.
To validators.
Yes.
Without middlemen.
Yeah. Similar to. I didn't do a lot to Jito.
Okay.
But I think if you do Jito this year, it's probably very good because the MEV on the
so for a consumer, Jito.
Yeah, I think Jito is great. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you're interested, I think there's restaking as well. There's a SOL layer, Fragmentric. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That answers my question.
Sounds good.
Hi Adam, big fan.
Thank you.
So I just hear you talking about the AI agent, creating AI agents. Could you tell us a little bit more?
Yeah. So on Solana right now, there are different AI agent launchpad. There is one called Wife. There is one called Top Hat. So and also there is a AI 16Z, which they have this like framework called Eliza. So it depends on your coding, abilities. If you're very good at coding, you know how to, operate, and you have a GitHub, I would recommend maybe just using, Eliza. I think it's one of the most active repo on GitHub right now. And then if you're someone don't know coding, you just want to say, okay, I want to use a natural language to type into my needs. Top Hat is also interesting. This is purely my personal experience. So I don't have a very strong coding background. So I just want to feed in the AI agent to learn whatever I wanted to learn. And Top Hat is a very interesting example. Yeah.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
on Solana. Yeah. There are different things on other chains.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Adam. So you touched on ZK state compression being kind of a novelty in Solana. Do you have a kind of perspective on the state of ZK in Solana right now, or is it all, just kind of curious to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I think ZK is, so there is another couple of different protocols developing ZK as well. Like you guys, right, developing a zero computing proof. And also there's a Live protocol. They're building like ZK compression. I think this is something I think are really helping Solana going to the next phase. That for the massive adoptions, like making a lot of things on chain available, not only doing the off chain storage and doing computing off chain and doing a little bit on chain transactions, but instead with the ZKP or ZK, you can do a lot of things on chain directly. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. If anyone have more questions, I'll be here at the stage. And welcome to Building on Solana. Thank you.